how to create a reflected gradient effect in Affinity Photo. Now weirdly, there's no reflected gradient feature here in the type, but you can create a pseudo one. Just go to the rectangle tool, select that, and hold down Shift and create a square. With this square, you can then go up to a layer and you can duplicate it. So layer and duplicate, or hold down the Alt Option key and drag to duplicate that. Now these two rectangles are not linked at the moment. The two gradients are not linked, and the gradients can be linked by using this vector fill. So select this one, top one, or the bottom one, doesn't matter. Select that one, and then go over here and select this, but not select it. So just click on it and drag just down to this links and vector fill. Just go there. So that's, and you'll notice you've got now a link, and you've also got a link here. Now nothing else is linked. All the transforms, nothing else. So just the vector fill, and that's obviously the gradient. Well, what you can do then is select, say, this rectangle, or the other one, doesn't matter, and you can rotate it. So it's obviously the other way around. You can see that in the layers panel. You can see that's just opposite that one. Well, now you can go over here to the gradient tool, select that, and you can drag this gradient. And of course, at this point, you can't see any difference because the blending mode. So you need to go here to layers, and you can use any of the blending modes. Obviously, some slightly better than others. I'd say maybe difference. And the reason I think it's a pseudo reflected gradient is that, of course, the gradient you've got here doesn't match the end result here, but it is reflected. You can simply drag this around. As you do that, you can see you've got this laser beam, you've got the black there, you've got the blues there, and so on. You can just move it around back and forth. And you can, of course, go that way, any angle. And you can always change your mind in terms of the gradients. So here's swatches, whole range of them. Now you could also select this one. Now that obviously isn't reflected. Well, it still is reflected. In fact, it's just reflected there. But I'm just going to go to up here and set it to linear. And now you can see again, you've got a reflected gradient. And you can move it around. Just reposition it. Now, you will notice that you will get quite a few black lines there, which not ideal. And of course, what you can do once you've got your reflected gradient, you're happy with your design, you can always merge it. So go to layer, and you can merge visible. So they all become one solid pixel layer. And then you can, of course, manipulate it further. Maybe go to layer and down to new adjustment layers and tweak all the various settings. Maybe HSL, recolor, etc. Or maybe go to invert and get a result like that. And of course you can tweak it even further with filters and use distort, perspective, etc. You can also use it as a great source for brushes. What you need to do is make certain you merge everything. So layer and down to merge visible. So merge visible all becomes one pixel layer. Select all those, you don't need them anymore, so you can just delete them. So you've got this pixel layer. Go over here to the selections. You can maybe use elliptical marquee tool. Select that. Got that selected. Go to the brushes panel, which you can find in the window menu, right side menu, and down here, new brush from selection. And you can then see your brush here, and you can modify it by double clicking and tweaking the settings for that brush. Another option, you could use this as a great source for patterns as well. So go to here, layer, new pattern layer from selection. You've got this selection here. Delete the previous one, so just delete that, and you can see your pattern design. Hold down the Alt Option key and drag and duplicate to create all kinds of unique combinations and designs from that gradient. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you much.